Let the craziness begin. Top 2 is back as this week's Tavern Brawl. The description reads, the Innkeeper is wondering which 2 cards work best together. Show him. Choose 2 cards and we'll fill your deck with them. This is the 5th time we've had this Tavern Brawl, and as indicated by the description, you pick a class and 2 cards, and you'll get 15 copies of each card. Within the first 12 hours of this Tavern Brawl going live, we have already seen 5 nerfs, and I wouldn't be surprised if more are to come, but currently, Warlock stands out with the combination of the Solararium with Soul Barrage. These 2 cards combined pretty much guarantee a win by turn 3 and is very hard to counter. Just mulligan heavily for your draw and watch the fireworks. Now if you're running into a lot of these Warlocks and want a good way to counter them, may I suggest Death Knight with the combination of Horn of Winter and Frozen Over. With this combination you can brick the Warlock and overdraw them. I quite enjoy disrupting their plans. Now I logged quite a few games on my live stream exploring this Tavern Brawl, and some honourable mentions are Durid with Pounce and Spread the Word for when you want to hit for exactly 30 damage, but just be warned, turn 1 really isn't enough time to play all your cards, and this deck has the chance of bricking itself if you run out of Spread the Words. There's Mage with Ice Lance and Ice Block for when you can survive to turn 3 and grind down your opponent. You could look at Rogue and Pogo Hopper if you have time to build a board, especially if you bounce a few back into your hand with Shadow Step. Or you could swap out the Pogo Hopper for a chaotic Tendrill for some shenanigans. In general, you got classes like Priest that have the potential to silence, cycle and resummon for a particular win condition. And the list can go on. But it wasn't until the end of my stream that I discovered my favourite deck. Rogue with Counterfeit Coin and Mimicry. Now there was a few times this deck bricked on me, but being able to play your opponent's cards against them, as well as potentially milling them in the process, resulted in some very fun games. And similar to that DK mentioned earlier, if you play your cards right, you might even be able to mill the Warlock mentioned earlier. Just hope you don't run into a mirror. That game's not going to be fun. And that kind of sums up my early reaction to the current Tavern Brawl. I'm sure new decks will be discovered as time goes on, but wanting to get this video done and out as quick as possible, we'll leave it there. I'll leave a link to the live stream in the description, and if anything interesting happens between now and the end of the week, I will post it as the top comment in this video. Thank you very much for sticking around, and until next time, good luck and have fun.